and I'm so excited today. Today is a spaghetti kind of day, and I want to show you all how I put together a really quick, delicious spaghetti. You're going to be licking your fingers. You're going to be licking your fingers. Your whole family's going to love this recipe. Here's what you're going to need. You're going to need 1 pound of ground beef. This is an 80-20. If you like ground chicken or ground turkey, absolutely you can use it. I always like to use a ground sausage. So this is the type of sausage that I'm going to be using. It's a ground breakfast sausage. You're going to need some lovely vegetables so to bring out an amazing color in your spaghetti and great flavor. We have fresh mushrooms. You can use canned mushrooms. We got 2 bell peppers and a nice sweet Vidalia onion. A couple of spices so we can make this thing taste good. Salt, pepper, onion and garlic powder, a little bit of Italian seasoning, and if you like sugar in your sauce, throw a little bit of sugar in there. You're gonna need your favorite spaghetti sauce. Here at the Young's house, we like thin spaghetti. Make sure your hands are clean. Let's get started with this amazing spaghetti recipe, Gina Young style. Let's go ahead and get our meat in. Just like so. I hope y'all are having a great day today. Anybody out there, I'd love to know, are you like we are here at the Young's house, where we just have to have spaghetti at least once every 2 weeks? I'm not gonna push it and say once a week, because I really don't think it's once a week. But once every 2 weeks, we have to have spaghetti. It's America's, it's just a dish that you must have. It's a dish that you must have. Spaghetti has the noodles. The world loves a good noodle, right? And it has the sauce that is just so finger-licking good. And if you make it Gina Young style, you're gonna be happy that you tried this here recipe. So now, let's talk about something before I wash my hands. Typically, when I will make my spaghetti, I'll use like a fresh garlic clove, and guess what? I don't have garlic cloves today, but we're gonna make it work. We're gonna use a nice amount of garlic powder, and then I might throw in something a little extra for a little bit extra flavor. Because what I usually do, let's just talk all about it. I will usually take a little tiny frying pan and about 1.5 tablespoons of oil. I'll chop up 1 large garlic clove, and we get it nice and golden brown, right? And I keep that oil. And what I do is I'm making a garlic infused oil. And once I get my sauce going and nice and seasoned up, I'll take that garlic infused oil. I pour it into the sauce, and it is hands down delicious. But since we don't have fresh garlic today, we're gonna work our way around it. When I come back, we'll get started chopping up some beautiful veggies. So now I have my meat cooking. It's kind of like on a medium, between medium and medium high. Just make sure you don't leave it. You don't want to burn it, okay? One thing we're definitely going to do is we're going to drain that oil. Drain the oil so you don't have to digest that nasty oil, right? Okay, so we have beautiful, beautiful mushrooms. Chop them babies up. These came already sliced. We're gonna chop them just like so in this manner. I hope y'all are having a great day today. How about we talk about something? Let's just talk all about it. So tomorrow's date is Saturday, July 22nd. And guess what? Gina Young's going live. I'm doing a live cooking session, and I'm gonna be showing you all how easy it is to make a delicious seafood boil. And I'm going to show you how to make that butter sauce. The famous Gina Young garlic butter sauce that we're just going to drag the seafood boil through the sauce. We're going to drag our crab legs, our shrimp, our sausage, and the corn right through this sauce. It's going to be so much fun. Now, all this will happen tomorrow, 4 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. I have put up a community post. In the community post, I talk about the day and the time, and also I put the ingredients in so you can run out, grab all your ingredients, and we can make a seafood boil together on Saturday. It's gonna be fun. I can't wait to see you all there. I'm gonna continue to chop down my mushrooms just like so, and I'll be right back. Let's get the bell peppers in, just like so, with the mushrooms and the beautiful meat. And then we're going to chop up some onion, and I'm not going to use too much. Not too much onion. Get this baby chopped up just like so. Everybody in the pot. Onions, bell peppers, mushrooms, and meat cooking all together, and it smells so good in here right now. When I come back, I want to talk about how I like to cook my spaghetti noodles. I'm going to use about a pound, just a little over a pound, of the thin spaghetti noodles. Whether I'm using regular spaghetti noodles or thin spaghetti noodles, I always cook them for 11 minutes. That's it. But the first thing that I like to do is I like to bring the water up to a boil. You would never want to put your noodles into water that has not begun to boil. Okay, so we're going to bring that water up to a boil, salt the water really well, so we can make those noodles taste good. And then the noodles will cook for 11 minutes, and then we'll turn around and drain them. Question is, I know you all are going to ask, are you going to put a little bit of oil in there? No. No oil, and guess why? The purpose for not putting oil in the water is because I want for my sauce to stick to those noodles. I don't want for the sauce to go sliding off the noodles, right? And if you put oil in there, the sauce is going to come slipping and sliding off the noodles. We want that sauce to suck onto those. We do. We want the sauce to suck onto them noodles, and it just can't happen when you use the oil. So now you want to make sure that your noodles don't stick. Once you get them in and they begin to welt, give them a nice stir around. They'll be just fine. They won't stick. Chop it up. Chop it up. Chop, 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 chop. Chop it up just like so. You're going to get some oil, and we're going to drain that oil. Don't want to digest that oil. I've salted the water. Just let your noodles fall where they may. That's 1 pound, and then we'll use just a little extra. Just like so. As soon as they begin to stick, give them a nice stir. Cook them for 11 minutes, and they'll be perfectly al dente. So now what you will notice is that I'm going to season this 2 times. I want to season the meat and the veggies, and then once we get our sauce going, I'm going to season the sauce. And that's when I'll put like a pinch or 2 of sugar in, and I'll put my Italian seasoning in. But for now, let's season up this meat. It needs flavor. If you can't use salt, just leave it out. Salt, onion powder, and a nice amount of it. Don't be afraid to season. You need seasoning in order for it to taste good. Always remember that black pepper and a nice amount of garlic powder. Come on, garlic powder. We'll get it out. Looks like I need garlic powder. I need fresh garlic. Somebody remind me. In the comment section, remind me. I need fresh garlic and garlic powder. Come on, come on, come on. There we go. There we go. I've drained the meat and the veggies. It's fully cooked and it tastes so good. I keep going in for the meat. I know, I keep going in for the meat. Now we're gonna put our sauce in. Okay? Let me show you the size. Let's see. This is a 1 pound jar. Here's a second one. Now, depending on how saucy of a person you are, that's going to depend on how many jars of sauce you want to use. Some people like triple sauce, right? And if you do, well, then use another jar, okay? I always, honestly, when I buy the 1 pound jars, I buy 3 because sometimes I like to add like a half of another jar. But, you know, let's just look at it first. Let's look at the consistency. See if this is what you want and this is how thick you want it. Look at that. That's what I call a meat sauce. Woo-wee. That is what a meat sauce should look like. Look at all the veggies that we snuck in there. We got that ground sausage in the meat. This is perfect. So now, remember I told you all, typically I'll put a fresh garlic clove in there. Since we don't have it, I'm going to improvise. Okay, we're going to put some Parmesan cheese in here, make it taste extra good. Okay, and then I'm going to put just 1 pinch of chicken powder in there. That'll make up for that fresh garlic. Voila. Let it simmer. Get your noodles into the colander so you can drain them just like so. Remember I told you all we're going to season this spaghetti 2 times. We're going to season the meat as it cooks, and then we're going to season the sauce. Although I believe the sauce is absolutely amazing. It always is. But I still like to bump it up and give it, you know, my twist. So I season. Okay, so we're going to put black pepper, some more garlic powder. I know, more garlic powder. Italian seasoning if you like it. If you don't like Italian seasoning, don't put it in. That's plenty enough. A little tiny bit of salt, okay? Onion powder. We're gonna let this get nice and warm and simmer down. The noodles have drained. We're gonna give this a taste once it warms up. You have to taste your food. You wanna always taste it so you know what you're feeding to your family, friends, and loved ones. Time to put that pinch of sugar in if you want to. If you don't want to, don't worry about it. Just that little, it's a tiny bit, right? It's a tiny bit. It's just a little bit. My dad used to say, here's what my dad used to say. Just a little bit to cut the acid in the tomatoes a little bit. So I do it. I can't make a spaghetti without doing it. So now my noodles are nice and cooled down. I'm gonna start off putting a little bit in. If you start off by putting too much in, you may mess the recipe up. You don't want too many noodles. You want the same amount of meat versus the same amount of noodles. So once you get them well incorporated, just like so in this manner, then you see if you need more. And if you need more, keep adding your noodles in. Listen here, everybody. My mouth is salivating. Is your stomach rumbling and your mouth watering like mine is? If y'all enjoyed this video, give me a thumbs up. If you haven't subscribed, make sure you subscribe. Tell your family and friends and everyone you know, to the whole world, what Gina Young is doing in this kitchen on a daily basis. Tell everybody what I'm doing over here, y'all. We're having a good time. And guess what? I'm just getting started. I'm just getting started, absolutely. So now we're gonna get this nice and mixed up. We're gonna come back and say a prayer, and you're gonna get the first bite. Now, I let the sauce simmer with the noodles for about 20 minutes. Take a look. It's not runny. It has a perfect amount of noodles, perfect amount of sauce, veggies going all through, and guess what? The sauce, it tastes good. I'm gonna taste it again. It's so good, I'm going in, y'all. I have to. Perfectly seasoned. It tastes so good. I can't wait to eat. Heavenly Father, we thank you on today. Amen. Once again to my beautiful prayer. I'm getting ready to take a bite. I'm going right out the pan. I'm going right out the pan. Ooh, mixy, mixy. Listen to this. I live for that sound. Ooh, I am extremely excited. Now listen. This is hot. I don't want to burn my mouth. So what we'll do, we'll wait like 2 minutes. I'm gonna put the video on pause. We'll wait like 2 minutes. Let it cool down, and then I'm gonna taste. You go ahead and take your bite. Let me know what you think. Let me fix that parmesan. There we go. Be back to give it a taste. Let's do it. Y'all. So delicious. Make you some Gina Young style. You're gonna love this recipe. Make spaghetti like I do. Once every 2 weeks is a must. God bless, good night.